Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Wide in. We're going to 54. Wide in.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 54. Going to 54. Wide in. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The gain of 19 and picking up the first. Play action now, Cousins. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
First down, Minnesota.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Cousins to throw it. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Cousins again. It's brought in by Doxson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Cousins gives way to Cook. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Rip right. Check 99, check 99. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Hatchet. Undercrunch. Hey, switch gears.
Elliott trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's get up. We're going to 54.
To throw is Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and long for Cousins. Steps away to his left. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 22 yards there, a first down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Check it backer. Watch the shift.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A big loss there of 9 yards on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. Being chased out left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Prescott on third and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal. The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
This is fielded at the goal line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in it.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offense. Unit. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First down, here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Smith catches left side. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Completes it right side to Dodson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. Again, it's Cousins. He's got his man. This is Dodson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 16 yards, a first down.
First and goal.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Bailey got the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And bulldozing his way through. And they will finally get him down. And now penalty flags coming in as well. And they might get half the distance here to boot. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Marr able to put this one through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That's good for 28 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will get them one closer. This is taken at the 3. And he's got room.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And I think the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On second down, Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
That's it, baby. Going to 53. 26.
Now Dak on the option left. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, 32 yards. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
61, match box.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw it is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 1st down, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
47. Here we go, 47. Mike, go. Cut.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At 50-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Cousins now from the 50. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run, Cook, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop. The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year.